Here we are, guys. Again, here we are. Here we are. A day, crazy news day. Mainly just WWE releases. There really hasn't been anything that happened. Back at it again since the last time I did this was in April, but they released NXT guys in like May, but I didn't discuss that. I think there's gonna be more releases tomorrow, but I think that's NXT UK from what I heard. But we're gonna discuss these. We're gonna talk about who got released. It was like 6 people, and we're gonna discuss this. There's a couple news about some of them. Let's start off with this is the WWE website or Sean Ross app, so whatever. Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Lana, Murphy, Ruby Riott, and Santana Garrett. Anything else you see is pretty much false. This is WWE official. If you see Keith Lee, he's probably hasn't been released yet. Braun Strowman is the most shocking since how much money he made, how much they saw in him. Apparently from Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp, they said that his big contract was the catalyst of the release. And then these 6 people got released, and Andrew Zarian of Matman Podcast, they're pretty accurate. You know, they said NXT was moving, and they moved. They said other shit like WWE going back on the road. They're going back on the road. Some of these names are people who were looking to get released. WWE has taken a different approach when it comes to this. So what he meant by that is they're not trying to hoard talent, I guess, anymore like they would, so that they wouldn't go to AEW. But so some of these talents some of these talent must have asked for the release. I don't think that was Braun Strowman, Murphy, and Ruby Riott. I don't think they asked for the release. And apparently, according to Aleister Black, either he apparently he didn't ask for it. Braun Strowman, you know, is a shill. So there's this thing going around that he said that he wouldn't work for another promotion again, just only WWE. That's probably legit, since the way he acts with WWE and how he thinks of other promotions. But with him, he'll probably just they probably just released him, and they'll negotiate a lower contract, and he'll take it because he loves them, because he shills for them. So that's that. Santana Garrett will probably be maybe in AEW or Impact or some shit. Ruby Riott the same. I think most of these people are going to be fine regardless. It sucks they got released, but the good news is they could be happy somewhere else. You know, you don't want to see people lose their job, especially if they don't want it. Aleister Black, he went on his Twitch stream or whatever, and I don't know what he was like. He was like, he was saying shit like apparently he was praising the company. He's like, nothing but great words for them, this and that. He said that Vince loved him. The report was false, and this and that. Like, bro, if Vince loved you so much, why weren't you on TV? If Vince loves you, he's gonna find a way to put you on TV. So like, a lot of that doesn't make sense. He said that the report about him wanting to go to NXT but they denied him was false. I guess he said that they were thinking about putting him in NXT. They said that apparently that he wanted to go, that Vince wanted him to win the US title in front of fans, but that's why he didn't. I don't know. People are blaming John Laurinaitis for his release and not Vince, but if Vince that doesn't make sense. If Vince likes you, he's gonna find a way to make sure you're not released, bro. If John Laurinaitis is like, yo, let's release Roman Reigns, he's making too much money, Vince is gonna be like, what the fuck are you smoking, bro? No, and he's not going to get released. So Aleister Black is probably just lying. This tells me that his wife is going back to WWE or something, and he doesn't want to burn bridges and shit like that. Other than that, I really hope he's in AEW, man. Him and Buddy Murphy. With Buddy Murphy and Ruby Riott, apparently the news on them was that people were upset that they got released, and they were loved mainly backstage and shit like that. So they had great, a great rapport backstage and shit like that. They're great characters, great human beings, I guess. And Lana, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she wasn't the greatest wrestler, and I'm surprised they even kept her. But she's money, I guess. So that's why they probably kept her. I don't know where she goes. I guess I don't even like. She'll be fine regardless. She doesn't need to wrestle. She'll probably just model or some shit, and that's that. She'll be fine. She got Miro, Rusev. She'll be fine. I don't know, man. This was rumored since last night. I think like someone reported it. They were like, "Yo, there's gonna be releases tomorrow." Like, what? And yeah, that was true. That was true, man. These people got released. I'm genuinely, I'm the most shocked at Braun Strowman, dude. Like, Vince deadass loves this dude. Like, I'm surprised he's gone. I genuinely am. Genuinely am. And it's like, oh, if that's the case, oh, his contract, bro, you gave him the contract. What are you talking about? Oh, the size of it, bro. You gave him the contract. You gave him the contract, bro. I don't know, man. This is the company that makes record profits and shit like that, and I guess they have to release people due to budget cuts. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, man. I think you're gonna see more people that are not being used and not being used properly. They're gonna want to be released and go to AEW or something. Like, I don't know, man. People are saying that Vince wants to sell WWE. That like this is the reason why for the mass releases. I don't know, man. I generally don't know what is happening with this company right now. Why they're doing mass releases. Maybe Santana Garrett wanted to be gone. I don't know, man. Ruby Riott probably. No, not Ruby Riott, no, man. I don't know, man. I generally don't know, but I'm generally shocked at Braun Strowman, dude. I was not expecting this at all whatsoever. I was a big Braun Strowman fan, but they creatively fucked him, and so it just made me not give a shit about him. And then what he did was like he disrespected like the indies and shit like that, and just I don't know, became such a shill, bro. And so Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, I love to see them in AEW. Tommy and Ruby Riott, sure, but I'd rather have Mickie James, honestly. It would be nice to have a legend, veteran in the women's division for AEW. That would be awesome. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to see Mickie James in AEW in general. Yeah, so Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Lana, Murphy, Ruby Riott, Santana Garrett. I predict, bro, it's crazy because I predicted Cesaro, Aleister Black, and or Murphy, and two out of the three got released. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I don't know, man. But, if you're a professional wrestling fan and you want to see these guys, a lot of them just thrive somewhere else. And I think Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy, they would really have fun in AEW. So I really want to see them in AEW. Not everyone could go to AEW, but those guys I want to see in AEW out of these this crop of talent. Braun Strowman says he doesn't want to go anywhere anyway, so I think he said that he would hang up his boots and retire if he can't be in with WWE. I don't know. They'll probably re-sign Braun Strowman out of all of them, just negotiate his contract to a lower price. Other than that, I don't know who they'd bring back, but I don't know. And we're going to see more in the upcoming weeks, man. We're going to see a lot in the coming weeks, man. It's gonna be fun. It's going to be interesting. It really is. Fans are coming back on the road, and it is going to be interesting who's used, who's over, who's this, who's that, man. So, generally surprised by just one person on this list, and Lana, I guess. Lana, I guess, he had to be in Vince's high mark. He was probably high on her. a lot of these talents weren't used, and they were being used misproperly. I mean, you had Natalia and Tamina beating Ruby Riott, the Riott Squad. I mean, fucking ridiculous. But yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed what's on this video. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn that notification bell on, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Later.